Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience.
I want you to reach your potential and become the best version of you. Working on yourself every single day, knowing that today can be better than yesterday. And it really can be. So your choices matter. You can become a better version of you today, better than you were yesterday. Better choices today, functioning better today, healthier today. I know people that are healthier and stronger in their 60s than they were in their 30s. So it is possible. And don't let any kind of diagnosis that make you think that you can't get better. Okay, I see people from cancer that get cancer, overcome it, and get completely healed. And it's not, and there are miracles that happen, yes, but people put in the work too. Okay, God does his work, but you got to put in your work. A firm believer of that. And high blood pressure, diabetes, losing 100 pounds, losing 50 pounds, losing 20 pounds. Like all of that is possible if you believe. You've got to believe in you, and you've got to believe it's possible. And you've got to believe that you know that nothing is going to stop you from your goal. Because for you to become the best version of you, you have to think and know that it's there. And many people, every single day, they doubt themselves. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they can become their best version. Health is all about knowing that tomorrow can be greater even than today, and definitely better than it was yesterday, that there's always hope and there's always a future. Knowing that in your mind and then producing those kind of results in your daily life can make a big, big difference. Now, if you haven't reached out to us, you can always call us here on the show. The lines are full right now. I'm going to get to you in just a minute. But if you haven't reached out to us, you can always call. You can text us. You can go online and DM us in any of the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, any of those. TikTok, if you want to do that as well. I'll take Q&A on TikTok. But joining our health club is the key. That is my inner circle. We call it the health club. And it's something my dad always called. I kind of did it in honor of him. My dad always called it the health club back in the day, way when I was like a kid. Like when fitness was not even a thing, and he was going to the gym. They called it the health club. That's what they called it. And it's cool, you know. It's like today it's the gym, it's fitness, whatever. But we got a club. We got a community of people that will rally around you, that will stand in the gap to help you, that will share recipes, that have been in the trenches, that have already lost 100 pounds, that have already overcome diabetes, that have already overcome high blood pressure, and they can lock arms with you. Look, it's great to have me help. And I jump in there all the time. Look, it's my inner circle. I share my deepest knowledge secrets with people in the health club. You don't get all that here. You get a lot of it here, but you don't get the deep stuff. I have time limits here on the show, so there I'm not. And so I dig in there. You get a call with me every single week in the health club. So I want to encourage you to check it out. If you don't have a copy of my book, myfreehealthbook.com, we send you a copy of the hardback book. It's got the anti-inflammatory diet in it. It's a great place to start, myfreehealthbook.com. Just go to myfreehealthbook.com. And I'm just glad you're here with us today. Look, we're here for you. No matter what, we want to see you thrive. All right, let's jump in. We'll go to the phones right now and talk to Henry. Henry, what's your health challenge?
I have moles on my chest and my shoulders, my back, out there on top, and they're on my face and my head. I'd like to know if there's anything I can do. What can I do to help this problem?
Yeah, so what you want to do when it comes to moles, okay, and this is a big deal. Moles they come from a couple of areas. There's some genetic component to moles, but then also there is the dietary regimen that you've had for a long period of time and how your skin reacts to that. We think that moles just come from the sun, but actually most of what your skin reflects is an inward reflection of what's going on inside your body, in your health, and in your gut. So that's the bigger thing. The question really is, hey, what am I doing? What is my health look like? What are my habits been doing that's led up to having brown spots all over my skin? Like, you've heard of liver spots, where they call it aging spots that get on your skin. That's from poor dietary habits over a long period of time. It's not just because you're 90 and you have age spots. Like, that's just, I know people that are 90 that have beautifully clear skin. I mean, it's wrinkled, but like, we're all going to wrinkle. Like, it just happens. So the reality is this, is that with moles, I would definitely get to your dermatologist, have them check it on a regular basis, because moles can change, as we know. And no matter how good you think you are to look at Google and then look at a mole and say, oh, I'm fine. And guys, we're the worst You and me both are the worst at going, I'm good. I'm fine. It's no big deal. Just wear a hat, right? I just throw a T-shirt on. I'll be fine. Keep it out of the sun. Man, go get it checked out. That's what number one thing I'd tell you is go get it looked at. And then make sure from this point on that you're eating really, really clean. You're following the anti-inflammatory diet, which is in my book, which we send you for free. It's a hardback copy. It was a bestseller, and it'll hit all the lists. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. It's myfreehealthbook.com, and I'll send you a free copy of that so you can get started. So at least it gives you something, to get started with and to really get going down the right pathway with. I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to help you thrive and really make it. But I'm just glad you gave us a call and focus in on your dermatologist. Get with them. And family docs are good for that. But when you look at these things every single day, a dermatologist is the way to go. So if you don't have one, ask your family doc. Say, hey, I talked to this doctor, and he suggested that I go see a dermatologist. They'll respect it, and they'll give you a recommendation if you don't have one. I would definitely do that. All right, so let's go. In just a minute, I'm going to get some more of the calls in just a minute. But I want to talk to you about thyroid. Now, if you don't know what the thyroid is, it's a gland that sits right here, right behind your Adam's apple. And it's responsible for all your metabolism. It's responsible for your heart rate and rhythm. It's responsible for your mental clarity when you have brain fog. A lot of times that's the thyroid acting up. So the thyroid is responsible for so much in our body and much more than just our metabolism and how much weight you lose or gain. But they're saying now that thyroid trouble, if you have it as a woman, that it can affect fertility. They did a recent study on that, and they found that if you have thyroid issues, from whatever perspective, it can affect the fertility. So younger women should have their thyroids checked, especially if you plan on getting pregnant. As your part of your routine, ask your doctor to screen you for any kind of potential thyroid conditions. One of the main mineral deficiencies is a trace mineral is iodine, and we don't really have it in our food supply much. It's in salt, kind of. It's in egg yolks in a decent amount. But to get the amount that we need, men need 150 micrograms a day and women need 450 micrograms a day just to be getting enough. And we don't get that typically. So I would encourage you to look and see about the certain trace minerals and see if your body's even getting enough. But get some testing done. If you're a female, I just want to tell you this. If you're a female and you're wanting to get pregnant, with all the other tests that they do and your doctor does, make sure they screen you for any kind of thyroid condition that could be there. Okay? That's one little tip I just want to give you on that. Now, let's get over to the phones again. I want to jump in. Remember, you can give us a call at the number there. You can also text me. A lot of people will text their question in. It's okay. We'll take your text question here on the show. I'm going to get ready to take one here in just a minute. We'll take that. You can DM, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And if you're not following me on social media, you should. Follow us so you can get all the latest content, a lot of the behind the scenes that you don't see or hear on the show. And it's easier to stay connected. And I do answer my messages. So if you DM me and have a question, or if you text and I do get to those and do answer those. Can't answer all of them because there's a lot every single day, but we do our best to get to them as we can.
If you're looking for increased strength, increased endurance, and better recovery, then look no further than an all-natural nutritional supplement called creatine hydrochloride. Concrete is the brand, and it's the most absorbable form of creatine hydrochloride found today. Now, creatine is not just for athletes. You probably heard that before, but creatine hydrochloride is for the everyday person looking to improve their health. Listen, I started taking creatine in college when I was a strength and conditioning coach at Florida State University, and I've taken it ever since my college years, and it's made a massive difference in my life. Everything in my body, I believe, is functioning better because of creatine. Creatine hydrochloride I've moved over to using Concrete, and it is the best form of creatine on the market. Concrete creatine hydrochloride is available at most Walmart stores and on Walmart.com or any store that carries nutritional supplements. Just make sure to look for Concrete brand creatine hydrochloride and watch your endurance, your strength, and your recovery and your immune system get boosted today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Let's get over to the phones and talk to Judy. Judy, what's your health challenge?
My health challenge is a doctor here, I won't mention names, cut my back open, a hole in my back, because they thought something was cancerous and found out it wasn't, and now it's not healing. And I know a little bit about the human body. I studied it in school, being a nursing assistant in Philadelphia. You had to know the human body before you could even go near a patient. But getting back, I'm trying to figure out how to handle it. I use AAA antibiotic. I, do everything I think I know to do. My husband helps me, and I
think we may have lost you there. So let me just tell you this, okay, Judy. One of the things I'm going to just say this right out of the gate is don't do this by yourself. I'm glad your husband's there as a cheerleader to help you, and you guys. I know you say you know some about the human body. However, you've been trained in whatever capacity you worked in healthcare. I respect that. And I know you're mad right now, and you're thinking the last thing I'm going to do is go to any doctor and let them help me do anything when these people have cut me open, when they thought it was cancer, and they've screwed things up, and now my body can't heal, and they've left me in this situation. So I get it. I get where you are. Listen, things happen, and we all have things happen in different capacities, and I know that's hard to hear. But that's why it's why they call medicine practice. It's not like guarantee. It's practice. Some things, I've had things go wrong with my family members, okay? It's hard. And it's difficult. But it's practice at the end of the day. And if anybody knows, I do. And that's why doctors carry malpractice insurance, right? Because they're doing the best that they can. I firmly believe that 98% of physicians that are trained are doing the best that they can. So when something goes wrong, you just got to know they're doing the best that they can, no matter how mad you get and how screwed up things get, okay? But you got to believe the best first, always. Now, saying that, I want to encourage you to go to a wound specialist. Don't go to your family doctor. Don't go back to this person that you went to before for the surgery. Don't go there. Call your family doctor and say, who do you recommend in your area that's a wound specialist that I can go see? And have your doctor say, I've got a wound that won't heal. And, whatever they suggest to you, just say, I want to go to a wound specialist. And then have them write you a referral over to that wound specialist to go to them. And I'm telling you, this is what they do. It's not about, antibiotics and trying this and winging it and reading Google, and your husband's doing it, and a little bit about health, and so you're going to do this. Look, go to a wound specialist. This is what they do. They can make this thing heal and figure out the reasons why your body is resisting that for whatever reason. But that's where you have to go. Start there. And don't be mad at your doctor. I get it. I know why you can be. I get it. But just know they're doing the best, okay? Most of us are out here doing our best. And if you're in the people helping business, it's very easy for the other person that you're trying to help to point the finger back. But the people that are receiving the help really need to step back and say, wow, this person, whoever they are, this surgeon who was trained for 16 years to become a surgeon, who just did surgery on you, was trying to make sure you didn't have cancer. You can't fault the person for that. I think that's good practice. I do. So, they're looking out for you and your best. And people can say, well, it's just about the money or the insurance. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's got to be about, really, the goal of every doctor is to put the patient and their needs and their interest first. And I'm telling you, 98% of them do that, men and women both. So I would encourage you to get to a wound specialist. Let them figure out what's going on. You stop being the one figuring it out, and let them do the work. And they will figure it out and get your body to heal, and you can move on and do the things that you love to do. But we're here for you every single day. Don't start going down the supplement rabbit trail and all these other rabbit trails until they figure out and pinpoint exactly what's going on. Because you could be taking certain things that's keeping the body from healing, even though you've read a lot, even though you know a lot. You want to go to someone that's at that level. And I'm telling you, respectfully, you're not at that level. Go to a wound specialist. They're going to get you going in the right direction for where you need to go and to get your body to heal. Okay? Thanks so much for reaching out. Now, give us a call. You can always do that with the number If you can't read it or see it, it's 888-283-7272. DM us. You can text me. We'll make it part of the show. And I'm going to get to there's a bunch of texts we got, but we've got one pulled here for the show that we're going to jump into in just a moment. But one thing I will tell you is this. Everybody goes to supplements, and supplements are good. They're healthy, but they are what they are. Like, remember that supplements are the word supplement. It's an addition to a great, healthy diet. And if you're not following any particular diet, the anti-inflammatory diet is my favorite, and you can we're giving you my book for free. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com. You can get a copy of that for free, and it will really help you get started in your health journey. It's got the whole food list and everything to get you on your way. Look, your health is your greatest wealth. Nobody can take responsibility for your health but you. And what I want to talk about right now that's really, really important is looking into your overall strength. How do you figure you're going to build good quality muscle on a regular basis? Now, resistance training is the best way to do it, but it's not always going to the gym. You don't always have to lift weights just to get that result. There's incredible ways you can do this. There's multiple systems out there that you just use bands or body weight. There's a system called TRX that is a complete body weight system that will give the resistance that you need to build the muscle. There's DDPY. A friend of mine, Diamond Dallas Page, has a system that we're putting together now called Jacked, and it's about more of the resistance training using a certain system that you can completely do at home. But I want you to figure out what you're going to do. What is your strategy that you're going to use now? Because everybody needs to be building muscle, like at some level. We all don't have to look like Arnold, but everybody needs to be focused on building muscle and strength. Those two things are your key to longevity. Longevity is found in how much muscle that you have. Lean quality muscle, functional muscle, okay? This is not about looking like Mr. Olympia and being some massive bodybuilder. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about functional, lean muscle that your body can use. But resistance training is the number one key, and getting enough protein in on a regular basis is the other key. So those two things are things you got to really work on. It makes a difference. All right.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today. Did you know that you can listen to the Asa RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Jennifer wrote in, and she actually texted this, and she wanted to know what can help with hot flashes. Okay, so let me just give you a few. I could go on a whole list of hot flashes, but let me give you a couple things. Now, hot flashes a lot of times can happen whether you're going through hormone episodes or it's that time and season of life, or they can just happen. But hormone health is extremely important. And it's very important to understand that you have to do certain things. If you're having hot flashes, a lot of times it can be blood sugar related, especially if you're younger, because a lot of times you're not going to have these hormone fluctuations if you're in a certain age bracket. So you want to look at your blood sugar. You want to get some hemoglobin A1C done and get your glucose levels checked in a blood test. That's number one. But here's some basics that will help hot flashes across the board. Number one, cut back on coffee. I know. You love your coffee, but it can be triggering a lot of the hot flashes. Number two, stop smoking. If you're smoking, just stop. Forget hot flashes. Just stop. Like, you just need to stop. The other thing is consider black cohosh. Black cohosh is an amazing herbal remedy. It's from the plant called buttercup, in the buttercup family, if you will. But it's amazing and has been used. Black walnut and black cohosh, both. Blue cohosh has been used too for helping with hot flashes, but it's an old school remedy that's been used for a long time. And here's another one that most people don't talk about is your omega-3 fatty acids. Getting your fatty acid levels up, most people's are very deficient and they're very low, but getting your fatty acid levels up to a certain point is going to make a major difference within your hormone system, and especially when you start to regulate your hormone system and it balances, that's when the flashing stops. So you want to get to to a point where everything regulates to a high level, and the only way you're going to do that is through nutrition. So it's about cutting out things. It's about adding in things. But with hot flashes, don't forget the first step when a woman has hot flashes, unless she's like, in her 50s, is to get your blood sugar level checked, because blood sugar or thyroid could be a major player in the whole hot flash piece. You want to make sure to get those checked out. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you're with us here on the show. We are always here to help. Your health is your greatest wealth. Has anybody told you that? Maybe I did yesterday or the day before, but listen, your health is your greatest wealth. No one can take responsibility for your health but you. Here's the deal. Your choices matter every single day, and there's no one that can do this for you. I can't do it for you, your friends, your family members, your coworkers, your loved ones. Like, no one can take responsibility for your health. You have to do that every single day. And the choices that you make every single day, they really matter. So we want to encourage you. Here on this show, we want to help you to scratch the surface and dig deep, to really become the best version of you and to reach your potential. That's what this whole thing is all about. You were designed in a very specific way. Did you know? And I'm going to say this again. Like, there's no hair on the head of any other person like yours. No one has the same retina in their eye as you do. No one has the same thumbprint that you have. You were made special. You were made great. You were made in a very, very unique way. And I believe that you're made to do something special in this life with who you are and the gifts and talents and abilities that you have. So we want to help bring that out. We want to help draw that in and bring it out and help you find that to become. And your health is the vehicle to make that happen. If you haven't figured that out by now, look, if you're young, I'm telling you, your health is your vehicle. It is the shell and the capacity that gets you going and gives you the energy and the vitality and the ability to be the best version of you. Like, no one can do that for you. You have to take responsibility, build that up, and make it the best version that you can. Now, on this show, you can always give us a call at the number. You can always text me, too, and make that part of the show as well. We always do. We answer you. Everybody that texts and calls, sends a DM on any of the social media, which if you're not following us on social media, please follow us. You'll see all the behind the scenes, even subscribing on YouTube. You'll see things that you don't hear and see on the show. So we want to encourage you. Also, our network. Okay, go check out our network, BelieveHealthNetwork.com. Okay, we're on all the outlets you can find. So Roku, Amazon Fire TV, all of that. So we're on all of those outlets that you have. You'll see us. Just look up Believe. That's all you got to do. Why? Because we want to teach you to believe in every capacity in your life. But you can always reach us, and we'll answer you. And look, if you haven't got a copy of my book, make sure to get a copy of it. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com. I'm giving away a hard copy my book to every person that wants it. Why am I doing that? Because I want to help. I want to help you become that best version of you, and it's the best place to start. It really is. It gives you the entry point level to know the anti-inflammatory diet, the kind of foods that you can have, the kind of ones that you need to stay away from, and the way to eat those and structure those. It teaches you how to read your own blood work. Like, this book has it all. And so make sure to get a copy of that. Go to myfreehealthbook.com, myfreehealthbook.com. Now, we're going to go to the phones here in just a minute. Now, they're all lined up. Look, just because the phone lines get full, look, keep calling, and we'll make sure that you get in. All right? So let's jump in and go with Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. What's your health challenge?
I haven't gone to the bathroom in a week, and I don't know what to expect for tomorrow.
Kaylee, what you need to do, I'm telling you right now, I mean, there's some basics I could tell you, okay? We could go back and forth for 30 minutes, but I can't do that here. But one thing I can tell you is that if you're not drinking half your body weight in ounces of water, so if you weigh 150 pounds, you need to drink 75 ounces of pure, non-chlorinated water every single day. That's number one. Number two is, are you getting enough fiber? Okay, no matter what your body size is, you need between 35 and 50 grams of good fiber every day. And that's not just like fiber cereal. Like you need good, healthy fiber on a regular basis. And then the other is movement. If you're not moving enough every single day, it can cause major issues. Now, with that being said, those are some basic lifestyle factors that when you haven't gone to the bathroom, that can be a major player. I mean, there's other ones that are really important, like if there's a lot of emotional stress, or if you've just gone through a severe tough time for whatever reason. That can cause things to shut down in the body too. Regardless of everything I just said, I would make sure you go to your family physician immediately, because that's way too long. The body has to clear, and there could be something more severe going on. I mean, again, in medicine, I'm here to give you some basic lifestyle things, but in medicine, we always believe the worst first. There could be a blockage. There could be something causing that area not to be working the way that it needs to, and that needs to be addressed. It also needs to be what we call in medicine ruled out. And so you want to make sure it's ruled out and that it's not a condition, that it's not something that we need to be overly concerned about. So go to your physician, let them do whatever testing they need to do, feel in your abdomen, check, do whatever. There's a lot of standardized tests that we do in that capacity. But let them check that and then see if that's the direction you need to go or what they need to do. But don't try to wing this on your own. A week without going, it's too much. You've got to have someone else look at that, okay? And stay in touch with us here and let us know how you're doing. We want to be here for you every single day, and we are, okay? Now, give us a call. You can always reach us there at the number. You can text us as well or send me a DM. Any of those work great. Now, I do want to talk about sitting. Now, I know I'm sitting here on the show, okay? We have to do that for the cameras and everything else. I don't like sitting here for the whole time. I get antsy and I want to get up and move around because that's my personality. However, sitting is the new smoking. If you haven't heard that, the sedentary lifestyle that we have now, especially with like computers, everything is getting more stay at home. I mean, it's like the sitting and the just sedentary lifestyle that we have is going to be very detrimental as we age. They've done studies right now, and they said the men and women in the study that they did, on average, spent 9 hours a day being sedentary. 9 hours a day, that means not moving, right? So that's sitting at a desk, doing a desk job. I mean, forget the fact that you're sleeping if you're sleeping 8 hours. You got 8 hours in the bed where you're doing nothing, right? Sleeping. Then you got 9 hours where you're sitting all day. You're on a plane, you're in the office, you're sitting in a car. The body's not moving at all. And we expect ourselves to be healthy. And we expect ourselves to have great health. And it's not going to happen. They said that for people on average that were sedentary about 13 hours a day, they were 50% more likely to be disabled in their lifetime. Now, I don't know about you. I never want to lose my mobility. I never want to lose my ability to be able to move and do and work out and have fitness and be healthy and do the things that I love to do. I never want to lose that ability from being sedentary. Like having that is just, it's no excuse. Cannot do it, will not do it. So I want to encourage you. What are you doing to stay more mobile? What are you doing to keep yourself moving? Because you have to figure something out. Now, if you sit all day at a desk, you might want to look at getting a standing desk or raise your desk where you can kind of stand and work from it. I always follow the 50-10 rule. Write this down, put it in your phone, whatever. 50-10 rule. 50 minutes, you can sit. 10 minutes, you need to walk. If you're on a plane on a long flight, if you ever on a plane with me, you're going to see me up and walking. I don't sit there and lay on that plane for 3 hours. I get up, walk up and down, drive the flight attendant's crazy. Not really. I'm nice. But I'm always asking for water. But I'm walking up and down because I want to keep moving. I stretch in the back. I'll go in the back. You've got to get your body moving. 50 minutes, 10 minutes. It's always the rule. Never let yourself just sit around all day, ever. I mean, maybe on a one rest day every now, once a week or something, you do that. But for the most part, you need to get your body moving. Like sitting, remember, sitting is the new smoking. And if you don't do something to handle that and have a strategy and a battle plan around that, it will catch up to you in a major way, okay? Now, when we get on back over to the phones, I know you guys have been reaching out and the lines have been full. So let's get over and go to Ava. Hi, Ava. What is your health challenge?
My problem is my pulse goes up when I eat high sweet foods. It goes up to 150, my pulse. And it stays up there about 3 hours. And I don't know, I've never been told I have sugar diabetes or anything. I'd like to know what this is and what I can do to, will it cause any damage to my heart?
Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
Connect with On-Call Radio and watch On-Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Well, I would have some tests run. Number one, first you've got to look at, and when it does that, there is a correlation with blood sugar and that happening. However, there's also a correlation with what's called the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are the body's stress glands, and they can cause a major issue with something like this if there's a lot of stress going on in your body that's unresolved or that they're not catching. You've got to get some lab work done. Getting some blood tests done now is going to be very important. When they, meaning the doctors, right, they haven't told you that you really have something condition diagnosed with diabetes, okay, you could be borderline in some of these numbers, and it's not far enough over for them to give you a clinical diagnosis, but it could really be something serious. So what I always ask people to do is get a copy of your labs and maybe have somebody else look at it. I mean, our health coach providers do this all the time. They'll double check for nutritional deficiencies and see if there's more of a functional way that everything needs to be looked at. But bottom line is this: having someone to review that from more of a nutritional perspective is going to be very important. But you have to rule out any major medical condition that's going on there. I would rule that out first. Make sure that that's not a major player in this whole thing. Start there and build a good strategy around it. That's where I would start, because the heart rate going up could be a multitude of things. Blood sugar is a big trigger, but thyroid's a big trigger. There's also a major issue with the adrenals and the pituitary gland, which is the master gland that controls all of those. So, like, it's a cascade. That is not one thing you can just say, oh, yeah, well, here, take a multivitamin, and, you know, that you should square things away. That's a lot deeper. So that's why the blood testing and all that needs to be done, and the tests need to be done so you can, you know, get, number one, you can go down the right path and you're not going down 8 different rabbit trails. See, one thing I'm real big on, and I love my show, and we've been doing it now for years, and I love that people call in with their questions like this, because more than anything, I want to get you to think, and I want to get you to go in the right direction. Right? Because a lot of people nowadays, especially with the computers, they just want to get on and Dr. Google all the time and figure it out on their own and not go see anybody. Look, no matter how good Google is or any of the search engines, no one can take the place. No computer will ever take the place of clinical experience, of hands-on with people for years and years and years, and having seen multiple conditions and knowing what's coming down the pipeline or what something is. And there are some brilliant, brilliant physicians out there and healthcare providers that really know their stuff. And I respect that. So make sure you get going in the right direction and get someone that can help you go down the right path in this, and that, because it is something that needs to be addressed quickly too. Yes, the heart rate up and down can be hard on your heart. You asked that question. It can be. So that's why you want to get someone that can really help. But keep me posted on everything that's going on. All right? Thanks for that. Now, if you haven't jumped in with our health club, I want to encourage you to do that. Our health club is our inner circle, my inner circle, and our health community. So we got all kinds of people that have struggled with blood pressure and diabetes and losing weight and struggling with really getting their health back on track. But they've gotten into our health club. It's just our community. It's real simple. There's like a private Facebook group, and I get in live once a week and do a special show. You get a link and everything, and we interact and talk. I do special teachings, and you have special access to our healthcare products and discounts, but more than that. In the video teachings, I've got this whole video course in there about how to live a healthy lifestyle. More than that, it's the people. Like when you're with someone that's lost 100 pounds and you're trying to lose 100 pounds, man, nothing can replace someone that's walked that path. And you get to hang out and talk with them. They're your instant family. When someone's had diabetes and they've overcome it and they've figured it out, like there's nothing better than having that mentor and someone you can just bounce ideas off of, and they can walk you through it. When someone's battled depression and they've had a really hard time, then you can get with someone that's dealt with that and walked in that, and they can help you with that, right? So that's what the health club is. It's a community. It's a club. And like I always say, my dad always said when I was a kid, I'll never forget, I didn't know what gyms were and fitness centers, and they weren't even popular back then. But there's this thing called a health club that they all used to call and go to. And I just think that's a cool thing. So this is a place where you can go and get the help that you need. If you don't have a copy of my book, start with that. Go to myfreehealthbook.com, myfreehealthbook.com, and we'll send you a copy absolutely free. It's got the anti-inflammatory diet in it. It's got all the basics in it that you need to really live a healthy lifestyle. And that's the key. It's not how you really start in life, it's how you finish. So wherever you are in your journey right now, all you have to do is start making the right kind of choices, and that will lead you down the path to go in the right direction for your health and for your life. We want to see you reach your potential and become the best version of you. Now, let's talk about this for just a minute. Your health I always say is your greatest wealth. But here's the key. One of the main things you've got to focus in on more than anything is your mindset. You have to decide. You know what the word decide means? It means to cut off. When you make a decision, to decide means you've cut off the things that you don't need in your life anymore. And it may be people. It may be habits. It may be time. But the things in your life you need to decide on, you need to cut things off so you can make space for the place that you want to live in. And when I say that, meaning the body that you want to have, the health you want to have, the vitality, all of that is tied together. So making decisions every single day on who you are and the kind of health you want to have, that is like so important. And on this show, we want to help you do that. We want to encourage you. We want to step in here with you, help you find that next level, right, for where you want to go, because no one can help you go to the next level but you. You have to make that choice every single day, and you can. But we want to help push you and direct you and guide you and just be able to answer questions and give you knowledge and content to be able to help you along that journey to reach your potential and become the best version of you. Now, you can always give us a call at our number. You can text us now and send us a DM. We'll make it part of the show. If you're following me on social media, there's a direct message. We call it a DM, and you can send me a message there. I answer people all the time on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok, now. So there's all kinds of ways to reach out. Make sure to like and share and comment and do all of that with any form of content that you're using with us so that we can help you and help others. One of the greatest things you can do is if I say something you really like, share that with someone else. Pull it, clip it. On social media, it's so easy. You hit a button and you can share it with one of your friends. Say, hey, this will really help you if you're struggling with diabetes, or hey, you need to lose 10 pounds. Listen to this doc. Talk about that. Or hey, you're struggling with energy levels. Man, he can really help you, and send that over to them. It might be a little video clip or a little motivational piece that they need to hear. Send that over to them. And let's get them the help that they need so they can thrive in their life and not just barely make it, because really that's what it's all about. It's about helping people. And if you're not part of our health club, you should be. Our health club is my inner circle. It's a health community that we've put together. And just go to myfreehealthclub.com, myfreehealthclub.com. You can join it, get in our private Facebook group. And we're there to share information, to bounce things around with each other, and to help each other to dig in. When somebody's really been struggling, man, it's great to have somebody there that you can lock arms with. And that's what this thing is all about.
Did you know you could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.